Hello, this is Billy Core from the Nostalgia Mall, and welcome to the first ever Nostalgia Mall Septandy video. This whole Septandy thing has been going on for, I don't know, I guess about 5 years or so, but I've never been able to participate in it because I didn't own any Tandy hardware. But now I do. And this is a Tandy 1000 SX. And this was given to me by my good friend LGR. Back in July, and I'm just now getting around to testing it out, but I believe he said it did work. So, and I do remember seeing this in a video he did maybe a couple of years ago, and as of then it was working. So this isn't my first Tandy 1000. I had one back around 2015, 2016, I want to say, but unfortunately I was desperate for money at the time and had to sell it off. But now I'm glad I have another one. This example is pretty dirty, but I think it can be easily cleaned up. I will do that either in a later video or off camera. This is more of a quick little off-the-cuff video. But we got our two 360K floppy drives labeled A and B, with some good old-fashioned Dymo labels. Flip it around, I think it's missing the feet. And here we got our power supply, which I hope is not full of reefer caps. I don't think Tandy's really had that, although I may be jinxing myself by saying that. Right here we got a light pin connector, a CGA video, and composite video and audio. And right here we've got a Tandy RS-232 serial interface, or parallel interface, I guess. And right here is something kind of interesting. This is some kind of Apple II card that LGR put in here. I think he did a video about it a couple of years ago. I think that's where I remember seeing this computer. And I would love to get it to work, but he said that the discs for it are hard to find and are severely copy protected, so maybe someday we'll get this thing going. And someone wrote on here, LAUSD MTS Project, Loma Vista Avenue School, number 4918. Sounds like a California name, so this computer probably originally was from California. We'll go ahead and crack it open. Looks like it's just two Phillips head screws. I believe this computer dates from about 1986. So this is actually a computer that's older than me. Get this out of here. I think it comes off like this. Or not. All the Tandy fanatics are probably yelling at me right now. But there's two screws on the front, looks like. Need to come off. Oh, well, there went one of the screws. Let's see where it went. And by the way, on the front we have a keyboard, which thankfully I do have a keyboard for this. They're proprietary to this system. And two Tandy joystick ports. Those I do not have. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. See our PC speaker right here, a nice beefy one. Okay, here's the inside. There's our parallel card and our Apple II compatible card, which sadly will not be able to get to run today. Okay, somewhere in here is the CPU. I believe this is an 8086. Oh, 8088, actually, it's right there. It looks like the AMD logo on there. And I guess that's the socket for a Mahz processor. And there's our power supply. That makes me very nervous. So yeah, pretty standard IBM compatible from the mid-1980s. Of course, this is Tandy, so it's 1,000 times better, no pun intended. And here's the keyboard we'll be using. This is a standard Tandy keyboard. Feels like rubber dome to me, nothing special about these switches. But this is the only keyboard that'll work on this computer, so I'm grateful to have it. Just the camera here. Now, I know, you purists, I am committing a cardinal sin when it comes to vintage computers by using this old LCD TV. But that's simply because, one, I do not have a CGA monitor to hook up to this, and two, my CRT television that I have that I'd like to use with this is in my closet and hard to get to right now, and this was easier to get to. So we're going to be using this through the composite, which yes, I would rather use a CGA display, but I do not own one. And I have thought about putting a basic 8-bit VGA card in here, but that would take away the Tandy graphics mode. But that may be an option I'll have to consider if I desperately do want a CRT on here that looks good. Okay, now I haven't plugged it in yet. And I hope we can, because I can't find the cord. Here it is. I'm a little bit gun shy here, folks. If I don't make it, thank you, LGR, for this donation. Oh, the switch must have been turned on. The TV probably needs to be turned on. Oh, I love those sounds. I do not want VGA. Never really used this TV before, so the controls there we go. Yeah, that's not the best looking picture, but that's just what we'll have to deal with. Now it's wanting a system disk, and thankfully I can supply that. Because I still own all the disc that I used on this on my original Tandy 1000 about 10 years ago. And I think I got a DOS disc in here somewhere. Seal feed, Sidewinder, Apogee. Okay. Where are you, DOS? Apogee. Got a lot of Apogee stuff. Okay, here we go. DOS 3.3. Stick it in the A drive here. See if these drives work. Sounds healthy. It thinks it's 1980, but it is actually 9, 24, 2024, and the time is, I have no idea, I don't have a clock. Okay, DOS 3.3. And there is no hard drive in here. Let me try this drive out. This is labeled DOS Supplemental Programs. So we'll give B a try. So far, so good with this test, though. DIR. Uh-oh. Okay, that works. I guess it needed a quick little workout. And by the way, we're not out of the woods yet as far as reefa is concerned. Something could easily go bluey at any time. Alright, let's try some software out on here. Found this one labeled Tandy Deskmate 2. Can't remember if I got this running on my other Tandy 1000SX. Been so long since I've used 5 1/4 inch. We only ever use these at school on the Apple IIe Platinums. Hey, look at that, we got Deskmate. Looking good, well, as good as it can get on a composite screen on this kind of display, but got a text editor. Alright, that works. So far, we're doing pretty good with this test. Now, I will admit I'm not very proficient in Tandy Deskmate. I don't know how to exit out of this. Find, add, format, buffer, merge, select, copy, And again, I'm sure the Tandy fans in the audience are yelling at me. I'm rebooting and you can see it on TV, it looks a lot better in 40 column mode. But then it switches to, I guess, 80 column and it doesn't look as nice. But yeah, that was Tandy Deskmate. I kind of see it as the 80s/Tandy version of Packard Bell Navigator. And we'll not fool with the date this time. Now let's try a game out. If I can find a good one. Okay, I'm too curious to not ignore this. Bouncing babies. Still getting used to this keyboard. Okay. Okay. It's like we're rescuing babies from, Okay, that's, pretty depressing. Look at that lovely CGA palette. Yeah, I'm sure that's the sound all babies make when they fall out of a building. This is a cruel game in more ways than one. Oh, good grief, I'm not good at this. One more try. Grief, how are you supposed to get through this game? That's too much. Okay. Let's see what else we have to try on here. Apogee Adventure Fun Pack. We'll give that a try. Okay, we'll try Rogue Runner. I don't know if that's anything like Load Runner, but color or monochrome, I guess color. Okay, your quest is to recover the precious Heart of Courage, which is hidden deep inside the treacherous Esm dungeons. You know, I just remembered I actually can make disc for this now. I've got a 5 1/4 inch drive in my 486 Gateway 2000, which I can get to from a modern computer. You have died. Oh, that's just lovely. There's a little bit of a puzzle element here. That, yes, I am puzzled. You have found a teleport scroll. Yay. Always wanted a teleport scroll. You have died. I said quit. Yes. I didn't ask for the readme. I've got to get a better screen for this. I'll give Night Bomber a try. Can't quit this game, huh? Don't know how this will work. Okay, we'll try 45. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. 25? Well, I do like the sound effects on this computer. It's very amusing. Okay, I want to try one more program that I found. This is called 4.77 megahertz demo. We'll see what this is all about. Okay, 477, I guess. Are you using a Tandy? Yes, I am. We'll do Tandy sound, Tandy graphics. Oh, wow. That was actually kind of cool. I like that. One of those old school demo things. So yeah, I am so glad I made a decision back in 2016 when I sold my last Tandy to keep the disc I had for it, because I had a feeling they'd come in handy someday, and guess what? They did. So now that I know that this Tandy works and it works well, first I need to give it a good clean up. And I would also like to add an XT IDE card in here, just to make it easier to get software on and off of here without having to make floppy disk. That way I can have a somewhat of a hard drive solution. Not official, but I can just reach back here, grab the card out, plug it into my main computer, and voila. So that's probably the #1 upgrade I want to make to this. Also got to do something about a monitor solution. As much as I hate to do it, I probably will put a VGA card in here just because I would like to use a CRT with this, and as you can see, the text on this screen is not very good with composite. And I do know they make CGA to VGA adapters, but either they're really cheap and terrible or really good and expensive. So yeah, it may be an option down the road, I don't know. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this entry in Septandy 2024. Until next time, this is Billy Core signing off. Thank you for visiting the Nostalgia Mall. Please follow me on social media for channel and project updates. You may also support me on Patreon or as a channel member if you'd like. Until next time, this is Billy Core signing off.